Well, good morning, and how did your week go? Normally, I record these videos the night before, but your lucky day. I'm recording the day of, the morning of, if you will. A big reason why, well, first off, sip of coffee. Ah, yes, so much better. All right, yesterday was an interesting day. Started off the day with no water at the Moni Free building. That makes for a difficult weekend of services with you guys and getting together. And so Sarah actually helped kind of manage that process, got a hold of somebody that we were able to get that fixed up. So guess what? We often say in our job descriptions out there, if you're working this week, you probably had something like this as well. The job description, the last line, last bullet always says other duties as reasonably assigned. And so that's what Sarah and I got to do yesterday, but we were happy to do it. And speaking of which, how did you do this week with the homework from the weekend? So we were wanting to discover and dig into where the nation of Moab started. You'll want to look in Genesis for that if you haven't done so yet. Second, we were going to read chapters 3 and 4 of Ruth to kind of get prepped for the weekend services. And then the last thing was, can we see any pattern at all between Ruth and Revelation chapter 5? You'll want to jump over there and take a read of that after you read Ruth. Revelation chapter 5 is where John sees the situation in heaven and the seals to be opened, and so it's an interesting dynamic. Now, here's the thing: greatest love story, right? That we see in Scripture is this book of Ruth and the story that it outlines and the narrative that we get to read. And I will tell you, Hallmark takes all of their best ideas from of this book. And here's what I mean. If you haven't read chapters 3 and 4, again, I don't know if I said this in the live services or I think I did on the live stream, is that you can read the entire book of Ruth in 15 minutes. So I'm asking for us to read chapters 3 and 4 this week, which would probably be about 8 minutes, somewhere in there. And I'll tell you right now that chapter 4, verse 4, if this book were a Hallmark movie, chapter 4, verse 4 is right after that verse is when they would take a commercial break. It would be towards the end of the movie. It would be kind of like this high point, climactic point of the movie, and that's when they would take the commercial break. Now, if you don't know what I mean, you need to read chapter 4. And if you don't know why that would be a commercial break right there, well, maybe you need to watch a Hallmark movie. Don't recommend. But anyway, it's where it would be. But here's what I'm excited about is that this week we're going to be together again, Saturday at 5, Sunday at 9, in person, both of those, and then we'll be online on Sunday at 11. This is a big weekend this weekend. It's a great weekend for us to kind of wrap up this book and this study of this book, but also to be together to worship. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Can't wait to be together. So go get your coffee brewing if you haven't already. Dive into Ruth. Dive into a little bit of Genesis. Dive into a little bit of Revelation. And check out the worship set that I've got in my email, that link as well, so you can prep your heart with some songs and some worship between now and Saturday or Sunday. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Have a great Friday. Peace out. Oh, get after it.